Minus 10 at 7:34 now at the airport. Good morning, everyone. Calgary police expected to lay charges soon against two brothers after a 17-year-old girl is abducted and repeatedly sexually assaulted. The attack happening Friday night in the community of Taradale in Calgary's northeast. The teen was waiting at a bus stop near Taradale Drive and Terra Cove Road northeast when two men she did not know dragged her into that alley and sexually assaulted her. From there, she was forced into a home in nearby Martindale, where she was sexually assaulted again through the night. She finally managed to escape Saturday morning. Police arresting three men over the weekend. Two brothers in their 20s are considered suspects in this attack. A third man is considered a potential witness.
This case is very disturbing in the sense that, a young girl has been attacked and these people were unknown to her. Anytime a situation like this occurs, it's a very traumatic incident. So I would suggest that everything is pretty disturbing about it.
The names of the men in custody will not be released until charges are laid. It'll be a while before three little girls in the community of Martindale will be playing in their basement again. At around 11:30 yesterday morning, an SUV plowed into their home on Martindale Drive just 10 minutes before the crash. The three little girls were playing right where the SUV smashed into the home. Thankfully, they had left to go shopping. The 60-year-old driver of the SUV losing control because of a medical condition. A woman and young child were also in the vehicle, all three people receiving treatment in hospital. Damage to Calgary trees after that three-day snowstorm in September is pegged at about $47.5 million. At City Council today, a report is asking councillors to dip into the city's rainy day fund to help pay the bill. The administration also asking for $35.5 million for the Calgary Tree Disaster Program. And about 1.5 million trees, by the way, were toppled or damaged badly due to the heavy, sticky, wet snow in September. It was particularly devastating because leaves were still on the trees at the time of the snowfall. To politics, the Tories are expected to easily win one of two federal by-elections today. Rob Merrifield won the Alberta riding of Yellowhead, by the way, last time with a whopping 77% of the vote back in 2011. He resigned to become Alberta's representative in Washington, D.C. In Ontario, voters looking to replace the late former finance minister, Jim Flaherty. A number of senior Tories have campaigned in the Whitby-Oshawa riding. Prime Minister Harper even making a pitch as well. Energy will be a primary focus this week on the TSX. Investors will focus on the fate of the Keystone XL pipeline and whether oil prices will stay above four-year lows. The U.S. House of Representatives approving the bill, approving Keystone. The next stage is a vote in the U.S. Senate. That is scheduled for tomorrow. The Senate expected to also give the pipeline the green light. That means it'll be up to President Barack Obama. As of right now, Obama appears to be indicating he's going to veto this bill. Obama has repeatedly said the only way the $8 billion pipeline project can be approved is after the completion of a long-stalled review by the U.S. State Department. The pipeline, if it is approved, will carry bitumen from Alberta to refineries in Texas. Time to focus on business. Business editor Mike Eppel joining us now. And Mike, a big oil field services industry deal to talk about this morning.
Yeah, Ted, and this has been the talk that with the price for oil now below $75 per barrel, we're going to start to see consolidation, basically to improve size and scale of economies in these companies. And in this case, it's in the oil fields services sector with Halliburton and Baker Hughes, a couple of well-known names stateside. They do have some operations here in Canada, but much larger in the U.S. They're teaming up in a $36 billion mega deal to compete against number one player Schlumberger, and we're watching shares of Baker Hughes soar in early trade this morning, already up by 20% to start the trading week on Wall Street, and that's just one of the mega deals that have been announced this morning. Just confirmed, Allergan, which makes Botox, has been sold for $66 billion. Who knew that that would be worth that much? Nevertheless, that's what Actavis PLC, a UK-based company, which makes generic drugs of all things, they're paying that much for Allergan of California, $219 per share, and that puts Allergan on pace for a doubling of its stock price this year. Now, Allergan has been pursued over the course of much of this year by Canada's own Valiant Pharmaceuticals, but has consistently been told to Valiant, you're not paying enough money. Well, activists is coming out with $66 billion, and there's a big question mark whether or not that will be topped. Probably not. The TSX is coming off its 5th weekly advance. A little bit of a give back early on this morning. Again, the price for oil in the spotlight below $75 per barrel, and we're expecting volatility over the course of the next couple of weeks ahead of the OPEC meeting on November 27th. The price for oil has dropped for 7 weeks in a row, opens this morning at basically a 4-year low and trending lower. Japan's economy is back in recession, and that started a negative trend overseas and is carried through into the North American trading day. Ted, back to you.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, Mike. Business editor Mike Apple there. You can hear Mike on 660 News at 26 and 56 after the hour.